Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here for another weekend video. Today we are going to be discussing quite a good weekend. But yeah.
This is Linda. I am Cameron. We're going to go over what's sold in our online store. Yes, there's a lot of stuff to show you. I think the dollar amount's pretty good, but definitely a lot of items to show. If you're new, we sell stuff online on platforms like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and Depop. These are all items we found at garage sales and thrift stores, and we sell them online, hopefully for a profit. So quite a bit to show you. A lot of this stuff I think you could find out and about, so stuff to keep an eye out for. Then we'll go over the numbers first, and then we'll show you what's sold.
So we had 41 sales across 3 of our platforms this weekend for just over $1,540.
Pretty good day.
Now, as you guys know, our goal is $400 a day, so
Math?
quick math, we did real good. We're
She didn't know.
excited.
She's like, I think we did good.
We're excited because, you know, we had a pretty sucky week. And
we only made goal one day, Monday
One day,
through Thursday, if you watched the last video, which was not great.
even with this excess, we still didn't make goal for the week, but
it's good to have
okay.
a strong weekend, especially because we have things we need to pay for. So
Yeah.
let's get into it. First is going to be on...
we're going to start on Poshmark. We've got our Breg Polar Care Extra Large Replacement Knee Pad thingy, or replacement pad, sold for $18 plus shipping.
We sold it once and the person bought the wrong one. They returned it. It doesn't happen much on Posh, but you know, it was what it was.
Then we go over to Depop. We're excited because Depop is picking up again. At least for us, it's picking up.
2 sales.
2 sales.
In 2 days.
Whoa.
Or 3 days.
Whoa. This is a pair of Vans. They're the shining ones. So they have one of the twins on each shoe. Kind of creepy. They're a size 7. And those did sell for... sorry, I messed that up. Those did sell for $38 on an offer. And then they
paid shipping.
Paid shipping.
Yes. And I paid $3 at a garage sale.
Yep. So
really good.
That was awesome.
Now into the big boy.
On to eBay.
Our
Buckle
number
your
one
seats.
child.
Get some popcorn if you need it, because here we go. First up, Cameron bought a bunch of Christmas ornaments because Christmas never dies. It's Christmas all year long around here.
You can tell this is cool.
This is an adorable ornament. This is a spinning top glass Christmas ornament. It's by Slavic Treasures.
I believe so. All the rest were Slavic. There's a Slavic Treasures little tag in the box that it came in, but this one didn't come in the official box, so it's the same style. I wasn't exactly sure, but
we did
beautiful.
Love it. It is so beautiful. And that's just one of them. They are all so beautiful. Somebody's going to really have a great Christmas tree when they get all these up there. But this person did just purchase one of them for $80 shipped. And it is going eBay International, which is kind of scary. But we are hoping it makes it all the way there.
Yeah, we'll get it back to... I might double box it too. Put in a small box and a bigger one just because.
Yeah.
This was... actually, it came with 2 ornaments that weren't in the box, and I paid $10. There's another one in here, a little moon one. You can tell they're like really good quality though.
They're so pretty too.
But I bought, I don't know, 15 ornaments. The rest all have boxes, and yeah, we're gonna do well. We already have one at auction. You'll see it later with an $80 bid already. It got a bid right away.
We're excited.
So yeah.
Great find, great find.
Next
up, we got some boots. These are a pair of Harley Davidson Eagle boots. They're men's size 11 EE wide, and those did sell for $90 shipped.
I think I paid $20 for those. Paid up a little bit, but I mean not really.
Then guess what? More shoes. These are some Olukai Nohea lace.
This is their logo.
Slip-on boat shoes. They're a size 11.5. That reminds me of what's his face from Moana.
Yeah, the little hook.
Yeah, and those did sell for $40 shipped.
I think I spent $10 on those. No, I didn't. I spent $5 on those at a garage sale. No.
Oh, okay. Then now the Opera Buy, we have all of our loose discs that we've been selling. This is Rome Adventure, sold for $10 shipped.
We said it before, DVDs don't usually sell loose very well. These are a lot of like out-of-print DVDs or harder to find ones, so selling them by the disc only works.
We actually just got a message from somebody who bought The Adventurers. I believe it was either a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and they sent us and said they were so excited to get their own copy because they've been in love with the movie forever. Finally were able to purchase it at our price because it was a loose disc, and they said it was flawless, and they were so happy, and thank you for letting them buy it. So
that's cool.
That was awesome.
And $10 a disc, medium out. With the new rates and stuff, we're still probably making a few dollars on that sale.
Yeah.
And we had a whole binder of these, and it takes me like 2 pictures to list them. We've probably sold 15 maybe now, 10 to 15. It's been worth it. But again, don't go selling a bunch of DVDs that are loose disc. Most of them are not going to have value.
Yeah.
So
You want the ones that are, you know, out of print stuff.
Yeah.
Next up, from Saks Thrift Avenue, picked up this lot of 4 Sid the Science Kid DVDs, and those sold for just under $15 shipped.
Those were probably $1 a piece. So
then we got a Super Mario Bros. Plush. This is the flying squirrel. It's really cool. Is it the squirrel or is it the raccoon? If it's from the Super Mario game, it's usually the raccoon.
I don't know. It's just from 2013. But either way.
Anyways, he did sell for $35 shipped.
He was $3 at a garage sale.
Next up, Cameron picked up some old cans on the side of the road and decided to sell them. And guess what?
They
One of them was
on
worth
the side
something.
of the road. I got $25 for a bunch of oil cans and some just like old cans and stuff. $25. This is the first one to sell.
This is a vintage Vim, V-I-M, 1-quart motor oil can. It is re-refined. It is non-detergent. And it did sell for $35 shipped.
Mm-hmm. What we know about oil is very little.
Very little. Next up, we got Roseanne, the complete second season.
This best sale of the week right here.
Woo! Sold for $5.99.
The last one we sold for that price, Linda said we made a whopping, what?
42 or 20...
28 cents?
28 cents, yeah.
Something like that. It was not worth it. These are like DVDs that are just on sale that have been up for a while. We're trying to get rid of them, so we're not really making much. We're just happy to see them go.
Yeah. Then we have Finian's Rainbow, the vocal selection from the Opera Buy, sold for $9 shipped.
Okay.
Good amount of Opera Buy stuff today.
Yeah.
Then we got Wu Chronicles Chapter 2 from the Wu-Tang Clan. It's a promo CD, sold for $8.50 shipped. Then we've got these Adidas. These are the Stan Smith Kermit the Frog Adidas. They are men's size 7.5.
I see Kermit there. Smaller size. They were $25.
And those did sell for $70 shipped. Then a set of our Summer's Eve's freshening spray, 6-pack for $22.50 shipped.
The last set we have is not a complete set. It's got one off-brand one in there. So
yes.
That's our last set of those.
Next up, we've got Gaetano Donizetti CD La Favorita, sold for $29 and some change out of the Opera Woman sheet music out of the Rock and Roll Buy. That's an old one. Sold for $22.50 shipped to a repeat buyer.
Very cool.
Then we got a pair of Vans. These are the Asher perforated slip-ons, women's size 6, and those sold for $25 and some change.
For probably $5.
Then we got a 99 to 04 Ford Mustang GT steering wheel. There you go. Somebody's missing a steering wheel and they need a new one. And that did sell for just under $90 shipped.
I think I got 2 steering wheels, I think, for $40 is what I paid.
Next up, St. Martin's Lane and Wings of the Morning on DVD out of the Opera Buy. And that one did sell for $9 shipped.
Another loose disc.
Then we got a Snap-on adapter. This is the OBD2, I think. And that is a $1,200 tool buy. Sold for $30 shipped. Then we have the genuine Sony AC power adapter for the Handycam out of the Opera Buy. Sold for $14 shipped to a repeat buyer. Then some more LGB track. These are the turnouts ones. So you turn off the main track, you know, kind of thing. And that is a lot of used ones. And those did sell for just under $75 shipped.
We spent $30 on the track. We sold a set already.
Yes, we sold the straights for $75.
No, it was straights and there was a couple curves. It was LGB. Yeah.
Yes.
And that sold for how much?
$75 also.
Oh, so I spent $30. We're doing good.
Doing good.
Or well, as proper English speakers
We've been
would
doing
say.
good.
We've been doing pretty darn good.
We good.
Next
up, pair of Vans. These are men's jumbo corduroy comfy cush old school shoes. They are like a olive, maybe an olive.
Looks like I walk into my great grandma's house and she'd have this on her chair.
Yeah,
it'd be this color. It'd be corduroy or something.
That's the one you always end up falling asleep on Thanksgiving.
She also had Cokes that were definitely expired. Now that I look back, they had a weird taste, and we would still drink them because she was a hoarder. Love you, great grandma, but she also made me pull her weeds. My cousins tricked me into doing it, and it became my chore for a long time. So, still a little salty. Next,
and those did sell for $40 shipped. Next up, the History Channel. Picked this up at our local thrift store. This is the Titanic, the Complete Story 2 DVD set. Sold for $18 shipped to a repeat buyer.
That was like $4 or $3.
Then we got Scarface, The World Is Yours for Wii. Sold for $23 and some change.
Good game to look out for. I think on PS2 it sells better possibly, but Scarface is a good selling game.
I didn't refresh it yet. Then we got Nelson's Regency Holy Bible. It's the King James version in giant print with the red letters. sold for $20 shipped.
Giant print is usually good.
Then we have the Little Women audiobook, the Unabridged Classic.
There's multiple. It's not just Little Women.
Oh, I get you. These are the lot of Oliver Twist great stuff.
It's
I get you. Little Women, Oliver Great, Tom Sawyer, Oliver Twist, Great Expectations,
Jungle Book.
Rudyard Kipling.
He wrote Jungle Book.
Jungle Book. Well,
So
the other ones are in big print, and then his is in small
They're
print.
all like classic, novels and stuff like that. And they're all in audiobook. I got them for $1 a piece, and they sold for
$30 shipped.
Yes.
Then, Amelie,
not Amelia.
Emily on DVD, brand new. Sold for not
Still
brand
sealed.
new anymore, for $13.50 shipped.
There we go.
Then we have a Hitachi bread maker machine pan and paddle, sold for $27 shipped.
These do so well, but they've definitely come down. But 27's okay. And that's just a little tape that I taped the little thing on there.
So we don't lose the paddle.
And the little, by the way, the Scotch tape, is that what it is?
No,
The
we use masking tape.
masking tape doesn't leave the residue, so the
We
best tape.
love masking tape.
Next.
Next up, USMC Officers Equipment Company. Pin.
Okay, I know I found it, but I must have not pulled it over here.
It's okay. It's sitting there. There it is. There you
I think
go.
it's that one.
And that one sold for $9 ship. Then a Cuisinart DLC 10 food processor blade stem sold for 11 and some change.
One of the best selling pieces on the Cuisinart. This one sells all the time. Even though it was returned because the person bought the wrong one, but we can't fight everybody, you know?
Next up, we got a lot of 17 Little House on the Prairie books.
Well, it's 17. I think you said 7.
17.
Oh, okay.
17.
We have a whole bunch. They're all in here, but there's actually 2. There's the Rose Years, which is a different one, and then the regular Little House on the Prairie books.
There you go. And that's...
Or the Rocky Ridge Years. Sorry, the Rose Years and the Rocky Ridge Years.
Oh, okay. And
One
that
of them
set
is better
did
than the
sell
other.
for $81 shipped for the 17.
Was that an estate sale? Paid $1 a book. Lady had no idea. She's like, "Oh, those aren't worth much," and I'm like, "It's cool. They are."
That's cool. Next up, Cameron likes to sell things that are gonna give us a headache. And there it is.
The best part about this story, we'll tell them what it sold for.
This is a JVC 13-inch television. It's the VCR combo one. It's a model TV 13143W. It does have the remote.
I ordered the remote for it.
Cameron ordered the remote for it. It did have a bunch of stickers on it, but we cleaned it off, and that did sell for $175 shipped.
It's going to New Jersey, which is not ideal. But we were at a thrift store, Savers. A lady had this in her cart to go drop off to donate. And I was like, "Hey, what do you do with that?" And she's like, "Oh, it's my daughter's old TV. She doesn't use it anymore." And I was like, "Oh," and I let her walk by, and then I walked back out, and I was like, "You told me to go back out."
Yeah, I said, just go ask her for it.
So I was like, I wanted to ask her if I could have it because I know it sells well. And then I walked back, and I'm like, "Do you mind if I take that?" She goes, "Oh, I don't care. Take it." And that was just after the guy at the Savers drop-off gave our daughter a suitcase.
Yeah, Zane got us fancy little mini suitcase, and Tori really wanted one, and so we went to Savers, and there was one in the back that she liked because it's mermaid, and I was like looking, and the guy goes, "Oh, did you forget to grab something out of your box before you returned it?" And I'm like, "Yes." He goes, "Don't worry, I'll bring it out back for you." So Cameron went out and got it from him, so we didn't have to pay for it. And so she got a free suitcase. And then we came home, went to the other thrift store, and it was walking in, and he's like, "Man, I really want that." I'm like, "Just go ask. Just go ask. I'm above this at this point." And so he did, and we got it.
Yeah, she gave it to me. I had to buy the remote for it. The guy there was super cool. And just so you know, we donate a lot of stuff to Savers.
Oh gosh, we
like
were just there
all
this
the
weekend.
time. Yeah,
And we spent like $300.
Yeah,
So,
so we spend a lot of money there, and we donate a lot of stuff. And so, yeah, the suitcase and the TV. But
he was a cool guy.
he was very cool.
So yeah, $175 shipped on that one. Next
Probably
up,
will cost $60 to ship it. It's going to be expensive, but again, we're in it for zero. Well, the cost of a remote, which was like $13, $14. So.
Next up, 2 pairs of our Billabong road tripping shorts sold. A girl wanted both pairs. She paid $20 for the one and $25 for the other.
She just offered $45. They were the same price. They're at $27 on sale. She said, "Will you do $45 for both if I buy them?" So I just told her to give me $120, $125 or whatever. It was fine. So one's not worth less than the other. But anyways.
Not only that, but they are like under like 6 ounces each. So
Yeah, it's not going to
shipping's
cost
going to
much
be awesome.
more.
There you go.
And these were, I think I paid I may have paid $4 to $7 each for these, but I took a deal because she was buying 2. These have started selling, probably because maybe it's going to be warmer. Maybe people are starting to buy
getting
this.
ready for summer stuff.
So very cool.
There you go. Then we got the Kenneth Jennings Sing Legato Vocal Edition music books with the addition to it. And those sold for $12 and some change out of the Opera Buy. Also the hardest item to find today, even though they sold for $12 and some change.
Usually the hardest item, if we're talking, the hardest item to find is always like the least expensive one.
Yeah, that's great. Next up, lot of 6 of our ostomy powder 1 ounce bottles from Secure T out of the free medical stuff, and that sold for $22.50 shipped.
Very nice.
Then we got a Snap-on Diagnostics for the MT2400 KV module. It is tested and it sold for $70 shipped out of the $1,200 tool buy. Then I bought these for myself. We were cleaning up the house for a party, and I put them out here. You cannot leave anything near the listing station.
She put it at the listing station, so
assume nothing is safe. Nothing's safe in the garage.
I thought that meant because she hadn't used them in probably
I bought
6
them
months.
6 months ago.
So I'm like, oh, she's fine. And she had told me if I wanted them, I could have them to use for myself. But I'm like, I don't really want them. But then I'm like, oh, she must have just put them out here because she wants me to list them. And they sat on the floor by my listing station for a month or a couple weeks, and I was like, oh, I'll just finally list them. They sold overnight, and then she comes out here today and she's like, I wasn't going to get rid of those, but what are they?
You guys know those big black and yellow totes that everyone buys. They're the tough totes. These are the Organize It compatible pieces that fit into the 27-gallon totes. So it creates 6 compartments in it. They're really cool. I found them at Home Depot on a clearance rack for $2 a piece, and they listed, and the 3-pack sold for $56 shipped.
So yeah, they sold very quickly too. They go for about $25, like if you buy 1 on eBay shipped. So we gave some a little bit of deal, but when you add the 2 to them, shipping won't be too bad. Yeah. So for us, it made sense to sell them like that. So it actually was a good retail arbitrage. If Linda would have bought more, it would have been worth it.
Oh, there was a bunch of them.
Yeah, it would have been a good idea because they are selling.
But they weren't at the time.
Yeah.
They were not selling at the time because I did look at them for resale, but they were not. They were only like selling for like $8.
And probably what happened was a lot of Home Depot's clearance them, so everybody just drove the price down.
Yeah.
And they sold out of them.
Now they're gone.
And now there's not many, or people bought them for Christmas or organizing or whatever, and now the market's back up and we have them. Retail arbitrage, a little tip, we don't do it a lot, but sometimes we've bought stuff and held on to it for a little bit.
Yeah, we do.
The market kind of comes down, supply goes
wait till
down.
everyone else sells all theirs.
We bought Teddy Ruxpins from Target. They remade Teddy Ruxpin, and we had 5 or 6 of them, and we paid like
$25 a piece.
Remember the lady was mad that we bought all of them and
she
self
was.
checkout. Anyways, we held them for 2 years, and then I went and they were selling for like $50 shipped. That wouldn't have been worth it, and then I was able to sell them for $120 shipped.
Yeah.
2 years later because no one had any. So.
Now for us, it's easier because we do have the space to be able to store stuff. So if you can't store stuff, we don't suggest going and do that because you're going to be up to your knees in boxes of stuff that you can't sell right away. So if you don't have the space, probably not your best bet. But if you do, try it out.
You don't know everything is if it's gonna hold. Like the market's gonna come back up. Some stuff just becomes.
They could have just not been wanted.
Or they keep making more, and you never have a supply issue. You know, but it worked out in this case. Next
up, we got Call of Duty Infinite Warfare for PS4, so for $11 shipped. And then last but not least, some lady is going to be happy. This is a lot of 50 Shades of Grey, the trilogy, sold for $8 and some change.
That's been listed for a while. Don't buy that set. It doesn't sell well. So we're not going to make much money on that, if anything. That'll be with that Roseanne DVD as our worst sales of the day. Luckily, it's not a bad packing day aside from this TV and the steering wheel, and we are short on bubble wrap. Yeah. I was supposed to put an order in on Tuesday, which I did not, nor Wednesday. I finally put it in Thursday evening, and they say it's 2-day, but it's never 2-day. But it should probably arrive Monday or Tuesday.
Unfortunately, for items that are shipped not in a box, they do put those to the side because they don't fit into the cubic status of a truck.
Anyways, all I know is I only have 3 rolls of bubble wrap, and I have to pack up this steering wheel and this. Luckily, everything else we sold is pretty much Linda's favorite. Mailer, small box, very easy. So hopefully we'll make it, and we'll hopefully make it through Monday too. But thanks for watching, guys. We will see you in the next video with what sells next week.